What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 77 Days to Diersville. Now, you join me here as I'm driving back from the shed, because I had to pick up... Had to pick up the cooking pot, grill, and beaker that I left in the campfire there. Last night, a couple things. I crafted a wrench, crafted a forge, and crafted a dew collector. So we're going to spend a little bit of time dismantling cars and other things today. Right now we're on our way back. I'll probably stop off at the trader, sell him some stuff that we don't need. And once we do that, we'll see if he has anything worth buying, and then we'll head back to Diersville and try to see what else we can get cleared out. Yeah, okay. Found an actual whole engine just in the car there. That's nice. I've got quite a few engines on me, so we should be able to sell those for quite a bit. I do have a skill point to spend. I think I'm gonna put it into run and gun, because reloading takes a significant amount of time, so we want that to be sped up as much as possible. But yeah, we made a lot of progress yesterday, got a couple places knocked out. I also happened to find a singular lockpick in one of the cars that I had looted on the way to the shed. So that's all of that. Okay. So we may try to break into a few of those chests, because I did put a point into
if you drink all the coffee, what's the matter? Can't find what you're looking for?
We'll see if we can get lucky with that. Go ahead. Okay, he doesn't want that last engine, probably because I sold him so many already. That's fine. See what he's got. Okay, I've got 12 gauge Magnum shotgun shells. Does have 9mm. We don't need to buy gas anymore because we can just get gas from dismantling vehicles. Is there anything else he has that I need? Let's see, any good books? He does have some Forge Ahead books. Doesn't have anything good in there. No armor that I care about. Okay, so let's grab the Forged Ahead books. And as much of this 9mm as we can get. Uh, 29, that's fine.
Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy.
Alright. Now we have a pretty good amount of ammo on us. I also have the pipe rifle now, so I've switched out that for the bow until we find a good bow, because the primitive bow is just a little bit rough, to say the least. Man, bikers sure are tough. Let's go ahead and stop off at the house as well, and we can place down the dew collector. Chicken. Oops. Oh, come on, you jackwagon. I can see it right there. How am I missing this thing? SMG must not have very good range. That, and I'm just bad, so that helps too. I'm going to take out my anger at being a terrible shot on you. Yeah, I've got a mod installed that essentially has like the dynamic camera. So sometimes it's a little bit shaky when trying to shoot. Makes it a little bit more realistic. Definitely makes it more challenging. Because in base game, you pretty much can just laser onto anything. Okay. Let's keep refueling the car as we go. That one won't give us any gas, so we can just skip that one. Alright, we're back at the house. Okay. Let's drop off some of this stuff. Read those. Didn't actually unlock anything, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and put our dew collector. There we go, right there. Now, it is technically floating right there, but that's fine. I just want it out of the reach of zombies. So, and it is indeed out of the reach of zombies. Let's make a campfire and place you down here. Awesome. Okay, let's make our way back into town. Let's try and see if we can stop by first at one of the chicken. Didn't miss that time. Where'd he go though? Okay, that time I ran it over. I know it's dead. Did it just fall through the planet? Possibly. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so it's, yeah, these two houses here. Let's just keep our pistol on us. I'm pretty certain I cleared everything out in these houses, but you never know. Where? Downstairs. Downstairs in a basement of some sort? Yes. Oh, no. This is not it. Maybe I'm going crazy. Seem to recall coming in from there. Running through here. Okay, once I find this, I'll be right back. Alright, it was down in the basement. I just ran by it like an absolute dingus, so that's fine. Let's try our luck. Have a point into lockpicking now. Wasn't even worth it. Well, that's unfortunate. I suppose that's just how it goes sometimes. Okay. If we are thirsty, go ahead and take care of that. And go ahead and take apart this sedan. Okay. Put all this stuff away. Alright, what have we not figured out house-wise yet? I know we did these two. We'll be able to tell if there's a door on it. No door. I didn't get the mailbox here, though. Did I get this house? I must not have. I didn't loot any of this. Maybe I just ran straight for the loot. And just missed all this. Yeah, I definitely recognize this, so I guess I just didn't fully loot it. But now it is, so let's hit up That's food over here. That's a funny little one. Alright, this should be a pretty easy one. It's just a tier 1. Oops. Give me that. See what this bus has for us. Nothing. How crazy. Oh yeah, no, we'll be there for a while, so. Door's locked, okay. How do we get in here? Okay, not through there. Ooh, we got a lady out back. I have a dumpster. Doing a little bit of digging. I hear another one. Yep. Ooh, ouch. Grip her by the dumpster, eh? Can't say I've seen many of those before, but, Ow. 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 Stop that. Good lord. Well, that was, highly unfortunate. We are now infected and fatigued. All because this stupid bird decided that it wanted to phase through my knife. So that's painful. Let's go ahead and just deal with these folks the old-fashioned way. Okay. Now we're gonna drop in, check the bathroom stall. Nothing. Should probably heal a little bit if I can. Oh, okay. Just a little. Oh, ducking down like that. See, any drinks? Murky water, murky water. I don't need that. I don't need that. Hopefully there's some medical supplies at the end of this POI. Hopefully there's some antibiotics or at least some vitamins to cure the fatigue. This pistol sure is putting some work in, though. Let's see, can of miso. We'll go ahead and just eat both of these now. Say give food and water, both of which we could use a little bit of. Okay, And this is the loot. We do have Shamway Foods box, but no luck on the medical supplies, but that's okay. A little bit more 45 ACP. Hopefully we can find a 45 weapon soon enough. Scavenger outfit. What am I wearing right now? Yeah, so that's definitely better. Sell that. Sell that. And take the rest. Take this pocket mod out of here and put it into this. And scrap that. Okay. Good to go. Let's see. We do have a hospital. We also have a supply drop. So let's go check the supply drop, because I don't think we're quite ready for the hospital just yet. Because the Navs Game General Hospital is a 5 skull POI, and it is very dangerous and very deadly. Maybe this supply drop will have something that we can use. Where? That? Oh, it's still dropping. Wow, got here quick. On down. Let's see. We've got another rundown house over there. That's probably a no tier or a non-tiered POI. We've got a couple more houses over here. We'll probably start working on that side of the street after we loot this. Some painkillers. So that. I don't think that does anything super helpful for us, but we did also find yet another wrench, which of course we did. Go ahead and scrap the one there because it's got higher durability. Sell those. Put all this away. Okay. Let's go to the other side of the street over here then. And start working on these houses. Getting them cleared out. Truck. Vehicle book. We will always take those. Go ahead and dismantle this just for funds of it. Now I do have some honey back at the house. Hopefully that'll be good enough to cure the infection later. Yeah, we got a unlocked shed. A little bit of lead. Cloth. Nothing too crazy. Door's unlocked. Cooking grill, we can just scrap that. Don't need any of that. We'll take that. Okay. Bookcase, nothing. This is not a tiered POI, so it's probably not going to have any real loot. Do have a couple little things here though, so just just clear it out and make sure it's empty. Quartz bag, take. I'm guessing whatever it was fell down there. Yeah. Okay. That wasn't anything super useful. You have a gun safe here, though. And a vehicle book, too. That's helpful. How much? No. Okay, so let's just go ahead and mark this on the map. Gun safe. Okay. Easy peasy. Ooh, this place is falling apart for real. Okay, let's try this one. We've got a garage with a hole in it. Guessing that's how we get inside. Battery. Just scrap that for the lead. Don't need lockpick. Oh. Okay. Let's make sure we're loaded. And try not to get ourselves brutally eaten alive by the zombies. Heard something. Huh. Yep, you. Not sure how that didn't hit him. I'm guessing this bag of concrete must have had a bigger hitbox than it gave off. And I'm always the first to admit when I'm a bad shot, because I am a bad shot most of the time, but sometimes it's just a little bit of weird stuff. Now in real life, though, I can do that just fine. That was strange. I may have to think about getting rid of the dynamic movement mod just because it is causing some issues with crosshairs and aiming, so we'll see what happens. If it gets too annoying, I'll just remove it, and it shouldn't be a big deal. Did get some lockpicks. Do we have skill point? Yes, we do. Okay, so we need 2 points to go into that. Let's do 1 point into siphoning strikes, because that is really good. Melee kills grant HP. Okay, well, if our HP was not being hindered, that would have put us back to pretty much full. That don't need. Mostly just looking in these cupboards for home cooking books, which not so lucky this time. Pile of food, though. Go ahead and eat that. Okay, so this is where I came from here. Let's... not supposed to go in there yet. Got a plug. What's back? Okay. Nothing worth even bothering. Oh, is that an insta-kill? Good lord. Okay. Going upstairs. We do have some medical supplies right there. Let's see if these medical supplies thing in here. Garment bag. Leather, we'll take it, why not? Give me any. No, okay. Unfortunate. Knife guy, more medical supplies. And nothing useful. It looks like we're going out here. And going around. Up into the attic. He was moving kind of quick. Okay, who's left? Somebody left. Mo. Not no Mo. I'm sorry. Terrible joke. Medical supplies, though. And recog. Nothing worth thing there. Some cooking, sure, we'll take that. We can start grabbing coffee beans now. I've been skipping over them because we didn't have the coffee recipe, but just unlocked it. So. Let's pray that these two lockpicks can get us into this chest. We put a point. I'm not super convinced. Oh, well, okay. That actually worked out pretty well. And we have found our first special melee weapon. The Glyph-bound dagger. Now, it's not quite the sword that I was hoping for, but this should be good. Much better than the knife. Yeah, way better. And especially once we put the tempered blade mod on it. We can switch these bad boys out and see what it looks like. Oh, nice. So it looks kind of just like the hunting knife, except more worn and more like a shank. Okay. Well, this should let us tear through some enemies a little easier. Let's see. Wonder, let's actually try to break into this gun safe now that we have the lock picks. Running out of stamina. Still fatigued, so kind of an annoyance there. Let's try this. On gun safe. Give me a gun. Give me maybe something that shoots 45. Like the 1911. I would take a 1911. Okay. And we got a bone knife and a full auto trigger mod. Unfortunate. We didn't break any lockpicks, however, so maybe the lockpicking skill actually does help. Go ahead and oops. Clear you. There we go. Let's go break into these other houses because it is getting late. We'll just try to see about this reinforced chest, these other two reinforced chests that we have on the map here. Come on. You know you want to. Don't be mean to me. Perfect. Okay. Strength mod. We can take that actually because I think I am going to go into strength as my secondary perk set because Miner 69er. I'm going to be breaking a lot of things and it's just going to come in super handy. Okay, last one right over here. Let's go ahead and pull the car around to it because we are getting encumbered. Drop off what we can in here. Those. Now we do have a good amount of gas now, 25%, which is significantly better than what we were dealing with, so. Ow. Okay, is this one in the basement, or is this one? No, this one's... Wow, that spike actually did way more damage to me than I expected. This one's upstairs. Right. Got the light. Pointing. Oh, this just goes around in a circle. Okay, it's not upstairs. It is, in fact, somewhere else. Has to be downstairs. I swear I would remember, but sometimes I have the brain of a goldfish. I'll be right back once I find this. Alright, anywho. Let's see if this one opens. Okay, that's one lockpick down. Fudge! Okay, well, that's unfortunate, but at least now I know where it's at, and I'll make sure to remember where it's at. It is getting dark and foggy. We kind of... I was planning on making or starting a horde base today, but I figured just continuing to loot would be a little bit better. Trying to get as much extra resources as possible. Let's dump all this stuff off. Gas out here. Sell that, sell that, sell that. Not sell that actually. Going to that. Sell that, sell that. Sell that. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Do we have any water? Yep. We collected a little bit. The mods for water purifier are pretty expensive, so it'll be a little while till we get any of that. We do have 2 jars of honey, however, so. And some vitamins. We should be able to cure our infection, and our fatigue is gone, which is massive. Let's toss all this away. Miscellaneous, we're going to put you there. Drop off as much of this as possible. And then put all this away. Pull away too. Okay. We are pretty good there. Now let's go find a spot here. This might not be a bad idea. I can use this lake as kind of a moat and make it to where things don't come at me from that direction as often. You know, I've always thought about turning a bridge into a horde base, but it'd be kind of inconvenient driving through it. So let's just start right here. And we're not going to make anything super crazy special. I think we're just going to make probably a 5x5. Get rid of you. 5. And then a 3. Let's make some more wooden blocks. 25 should do. The 3x3 little hallway. Okay. So as far as this goes, we're going to knock this out. Okay, and we're going to do the majority of our fighting right here. Okay, we've got that set up. Got a nice little outline. And what I want here is actually a stair block. There we go. And we want this to go up. Okay, so from there, we're just going to make 25 more of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, 4. Oh, I miscounted. Okay. A couple more. Make them 25 at a time so we're not running low. Storm's letting up, that's nice, giving us a little extra light. Now this is going to be very temporary. I'm not totally convinced it will even survive first night, but the essential premise of this base is going to be start out here, melee fighting as much as I can with a hatch in the hallway, you know, very generic, normal stuff. And then I'm going to have a tower. And what's going to happen is I'm going to have a ladder here, and I'm going to have the tower going up, and I'm going to have a bottleneck point with some bars and things like that. That way I can do some melee work as well still, but mostly shoot. So, but for now, we just need to keep on upgrading. All right, and that is where we are going to go ahead and call this episode here. I'll do a little bit more, finish this off, fill it in, whatnot, all that good stuff, and make sure to get it as secure as possible. While I come back with some cobblestone, I'm going to have to do some resource gathering. So next episode, we're gonna try to gather some resources, start making a bunch of cobblestone, doing stuff like that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.